Welcome back to Appian World 26. We are streaming live in Orlando. I'm Alison Kosik alongside Dave Vellante, and we've got a partnership to highlight here between a bank and Appian.
Yeah, there's a theme emerging, right? Appian's focused helping companies, particularly those in highly regulated industries that care about trust and care about safe AI.
Absolutely, and getting it right. Let's bring in Alejandro Arias, the leader, the EVC leader and PM of Bancolombia. Welcome to theCUBE. And Leo Vivas, account executive with Latin America with Appian. Welcome to theCUBE. So great to have you both. Talk about the partnership that is here. How long have you had this partnership, and what's it been like?
Well, before anything else, I really to thank you for having us here. It's our first interview ever, so this is awesome.
That's great.
Before I enter into our partnership with the bank, let me explain who is Bancolombia. So Bancolombia is the largest financial institution in my country, in Colombia, with over 36 million customers and about 24,000 employees, and about 50% of the whole financial transactions crosses the bank. Is by far the largest bank in my country. So we partner with Bancolombia because we found a need in which they would like to automate and modernize their processes. So we approached them, we found the opportunity to work together, and that's it, voila. We had the ability to put our technology into production.
So Alejandro, my understanding is that you built a fully functional product, essentially, in a very short time, and part of that was you're now able to process 80,000 documents a month with very high accuracy rates. Explain how you did that and maybe what it meant to your business.
Okay, thank you so much for having me here. The biggest transformation, it was only technical. It was with the people, with the operation team. That kind of transformations needs a lot of improve of our skills or our platform or our technology. That special case, it was one of the first big impact things that we do with Appian in our bank. But it was only 13 weeks. But not only the transformation generate any kind of innovation. We need the humans in the edge case, because we don't want only get information from our customers. We want to give more than information. We want to create an ecosystem that allows to bring special information, orchestrated information, coordinated process. And this was our first app, I don't know, maybe one of the first biggest challenge to improve our model to use Appian in the bank.
And Leo, can you talk me through that integration of the AI skills with generative AI and then with the human in the loop? Talk about how that integration transpired with Bancolombia.
Sure. Well, we at the beginning we found many challenges, right? Very disparate databases and disconnected systems within the architecture. So first, we put our specialists and our team to understand what was the main problem and how to solve the disconnection. So we put all together, we put all Appian platform into production using AI, RPA, and all the features to work with humans to improve the speed and the processes of all documents. So that's a huge transformation for the bank, reducing time spent in manual process almost in 70%. So it's just an amazing journey with the bank.
Yeah, it sounds that way.
So there's a problem in AI. We call it the black box problem. My Spanish is terrible. Caja negra, is that the right way to say it?
That's right.
Okay, so you need transparency.
Yep.
How did you ensure that transparency? What did you do about the black box problem? How do you know what's going inside the black cup or the black box? How did you address that?
Okay, for the bank, if you cannot explain a decision, you cannot involve AI in that decision. So it's important to us, that's our principle. So every document pass through AI functionality. We need to get a lot of traceability, a lot of audit trails, maybe, confidence information, guided information, how to was being classified. If we have that kind of information in the process, that process is important or is possible to become created or migrated to this kind of orchestration platform. Transparency is not negotiable for Bancolombia. The regulators, the auditory fields, the AI fields, or AI teams that create confidence, for us, this information, if it's possible to traceable from the first step at the last step, if that information is possible to be traceability or to have a traceability, that information is possible to give or to have to move to Appian. Trust is not only a value; it's a principle for Bancolombia. Mm-hmm. So, if the process complains or if the process got this kind of values, but I'm sorry, Appian give us that kind of principles for use, that kind of functionality and orchestrations.
Leo, connect this to process intelligence for us. How does this transparency that Alejandro is talking about, how does that allow the bank to identify and solve these operational bottlenecks in real time?
Yes, as I said, when you have many manual processes, there is a lot of risks involved and complexity and time spent. When you put AI into production, and especially using Document Center or the feature that Appian can read through the documents and produce good results, then the accuracy and the transparency of the document and the less involvement of human errors in the middle will produce a good result. So that's what is going on at Bancolombia. This is taking us to the next step, which we will massificate all these processes using Appian.
Leo, Bank of Colombia, a very large and sophisticated bank.
Yes.
How do you think that their use of AI compares to perhaps other banks? Are they more mature, in the middle of the curve? They have more resources, so maybe they can go faster? Or what about smaller banks? Can they benefit from this technology? What are you seeing in the industry?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Personally, what I've noticed is that many financial institutions are trying to make a rush, AI is noise, and you have to run through it. No, like I have to catch it, otherwise I'm going to lose the race. But the reality is that some of the banks that I know are making so much mistakes because of that, because they're trying to tell everyone, you need to use AI to do all the things. But AI is not usable for that. It's something that is really happening in not only in Latin America, but globally speaking. Appian and the way that we work with AI ensure that the documents, information, and processes are into the process itself, not outside. So that secures, protect, speed, and secure the way you use the information within the company. So that's my way to look at. So what we are doing in Bancolombia is to advise, as an advisor, to advise how to approach and get used to AI. Why? Because Bancolombia is a large bank, so they have noises coming from other manufacturers of AI all the time. But what we are telling them is, okay, AI is good technology, but you have to use it in the way that can produce good results, right? So that's it.
Yeah, every vendor wants to sell to them. You got to be hyperscale.
Everyone,
buy our AI. Use our agents.
Exactly.
Well, wait a minute. You have to step back and be careful.
I want to add something, if it's possible. That is not only for the bank. There are small banks growing. There are new competitions in the market. So they are digital from the beginning. Bancolombia have to have 115 years with creating technologies, upgrading the technologies. So it's important to us have this kind of technology to orchestrate and automate our workflows.
What about crypto? Is that a big thing in your world?
Yeah. We have one unit called Wenia. Wenia is one of our banks working with that. This is the first bank crypto in Colombia, and this is part of this grand Bancolombia.
Ah. How about the future? Where would you guys like to go? What's your vision? Maybe a year from now, what you'd like to be able to say, and then long term, what you'd be able to say.
Okay, this project is not only document automation. This project looking for move Bancolombia forward to another level. Our vision is, I think, is clear. Move from reactive to a system that anticipates the needs of our clients. We are client centricity. The client is the first. The needs of the client is the first. And what we're looking for is that AI become trustly, becomes, I don't know, maybe the first, we see the future as maybe a coordinated technology. We are looking for that kind of innovation for our clients.
The way I look Bancolombia is it's a happy customer using good technology, producing good results. With less time involved in processes and back office, to put that time into how to solve their clients' necessities. So this is my view, and I'm working hard to help these guys to come up with that.
He's doing a good job for you.
Yeah, of course.
What do you want him to do better?
The trust. The trust is very important to us. Mm-hmm. And Leo represents the trust for Appian for Bancolombia. Mm.
Thanks so much for your time today, for stopping by theCUBE. We appreciate it. Great conversation.
No,
Thank you so much.
It's an amazing opportunity. Thank you very much. Thank you for having us here.
And you're watching theCUBE, the leader in high-tech enterprise analysis and live coverage. We'll be right back.